Good day, grade 10. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are looking at the grade 10 mathematics literacy paper 1 revision for the June examination. Guys, there's about 60 something percent of you that are watching my videos without subscribing on my videos. It doesn't cost anything. You just press subscribe and it will notify you all the time I upload the video. Guys, let's look at the paper 1 revision. Very important, grade 10s. You look at the instructions. The instructions, we have 4 questions. We're gonna have 4 questions here, and these 4 questions you need to number correctly, start on each page, use the calculator, show all your calculations clearly. Whatever that you do, show calculations, guys. Don't just give a final answer, and round off your final answers to 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place, guys, it's 2.23. 2 decimals after the comma, that's what it means. Now indicates the unit measurement where applicable, write neatly and legible. Right, question 1. The question 1, guys, it's based on the data handling. It's data handling. So it says the following table shows the income recorded at a school's tech shop during the certain week. Right, now it says income received during a week at a school tech shop. On Monday, this is the money that they got, 456.85 cents. 236 on Tuesday, 90 cents. Another Wednesday, 236.90 cents. And on Thursday, there's a 429.25 cents. And then on Friday, there's more money there. 1,123.45 cents. Right. Now it says, in answer the following question in 1.1, arrange the above incomes in ascending order. Guys, the ascending order is starting from a small number, from small to what? To big, right? So the ascending order, guys, when we number these according to an ascending order, let's look for a small number here. The small number here is 236. It's going to be 236.90 cents. And then another 236.90 cents. And then we have 429.25 cents. And then we have 456.85 cents. And then lastly on Friday, it's 1,123.45 cents. So you see, I have made this number in an ascending order, starting from the big one from the small one to the big one. And then the median, guys, these numbers that you arrange, they're going to assist you. The median is the middle number there. Let's look at the outer number and the 2 inner numbers, and we're going to have that. So our median here is what? Is 429.25 cents there. And then we calculate the range in 1.3. The range, guys, the formula is very important to write it. It's the maximum value. Maximum value minus the what? The minimum. The minimum. Or you can say the highest value minus the lowest value is equal to, this is the maximum value, which is the big value, and then this is the what? The minimum value, which is the low value. So we're going to say the maximum value, which is 1,123.45 cents minus 236.90 cents. And then the answer there is going to be 800. If you punch that in the calculator, 886.55 cents, right? Guys, remember to write the rands. We are dealing with money here. Determine the average for income of the week. The average, guys, is the mean. Is also the average. When we talk about the average, we're talking about the mean. So we take all the money, the incomes of the week, and when we divide by the number of days, right? So is the sum of what? Incomes divide by the number of what? Of days. So we're going to say we add all the monies there. So Monday it's 456.85 plus 236 rand 90 cent plus 236.90. It's 290 cent plus 429 rand 25 cents plus 1000 on Friday 123.45. And when we all divide by 5 days, so the answer here is going to be 496 rand 67 cents, right? And it says determine the mode. The mode, guys, is the number that appears the most. If you look at the arranged number, there, it's the number that appears the most. What is the number that appears the most there? Of course, it's the 236 rand 90 cent. It's the modal. It's the number that appears more than once. It says in 1.6, give one possible reason why the highest income on Friday. So on Friday there were a lot of sales. So we can say there were a lot of sales on Friday. Reason for that, there were a lot of what? Of sales. Due to the students or learners, not carrying lunch boxes. So most learners on Friday, possibly they were not carrying their lunch boxes. They have money to purchase on the tech shop. Let's go to question 2 quickly. Question 2, it's a till slip, guys, from a super spa. It says Lita visited super spa to buy some groceries. He received the following till slip for the goods he bought, which is the items that he bought. Right, it's a super spa, guys. There's an address and a telephone number and the name of the cashier and the list of the items that he purchased and the number of them. That is important. And there is a discount there, guys. And this is the total, and there's the VAT 15%, and it's a total that includes the VAT, the money that he used to pay. It's a cash, and it's 400 rands, and the date and time. This is what you need to look for, right? It says use the till slip above to answer the following question. It says write the acronym of the VAT. The acronym of the VAT, guys, you must make sure you write it in capital letters, most especially the first letters. It's value for V, and value what? Added tax. It's added value, added tax. Make sure these letters are in capital letters. Now it says in 2.2 how many items were bought. You calculate them, guys. The best thing is to go here in the quantity, which is the number of them. It's 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 items, guys. It's 12. How much was the discount for the lamb chops? There are no lamb chops, guys, here. It's supposed to say for the Kellogg's. How much was the discount for Kellogg's? It's 5 rand 80 cent, but if it says you must write it in words, so it's gonna be 5 rands 80 cents, right? It's 5 rand 80 cents, guys. Make sure don't write it like this. You write it in words. 5 rands 80 cent. Now 2.4, it says calculate the value of A on the till slip. What is the value of A in the till slip? It's the VAT. It says VAT. It's the 15% of this. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to say A, and we take the amount. It's 200. It's 277. 277.95 cents. We times it by 15%. Remember, the 15%, you have to divide it by 100, so it's going to be 41 rand 69 cents. That's the 15%. That's the tax. That's the tax for these whole items that he bought. Now in 2.5, it says calculated the value of B, the total including VAT. So it wants the whole amount, which is B. The B is the whole amount that includes the VAT. That means we're going to take this amount and add with the 15%. So B, we're going to say 277 rand 95 cents plus the VAT, which is the 41 rand 69. It's going to be 319.64. It's 319.64 cents. 319 rands 64 cents. Now it says in 2.6, calculate the value of C. What is the value of C? It is the change. He used the 400 rand, so we wanted the value of C there. The value of C there is the change, guys. So C is the change. So we take the 400 and we minus the value of B, which is the money that includes the VAT, the total that includes the VAT. So it's going to be 319.64. 400 minus 319 rands 64 cents. So the answer is going to be 80 rand, which is the change. 80 rand 36 cents. Finally, in 2.7, it says, what is the probability of getting an item that is less than 20 rand from the slip? So what are the probabilities of getting the item that is lesser than a 20 rand? This is how you do it, guys. You know how many items are here? There are 12 items. But now you need to check how many items that are less than 20 rands here. Less than 20 rands. Let's look at them. Let's count them. So the item that is less is the cheese Russian, and it's a spa all day salad, and it's the baker's tennis and the ginger. Right, so it's 4 of them out of the 12. So this is how you answer. You say the probability of what? Of item less than 20 rand. We want the probability of that. So it's a 4 out of what? Of 12. But you need to simplify that. The highest common factor there is 4. How many 4s in 4 divided by 4? It's 1, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the answer there is 1/3. So the probability of getting an item that is less than 20 rand from the till slip, it's 1/3. It's a third, right? The question, it says express it in fraction. You leave it like that at 1/3 as a fraction, and if not in a decimal form, guys. Let's go to question 3, the second last question. Remember, we have 4 questions, guys. You need to pay full attention here. It's a household municipality bill that includes water and electricity and refuse, guys. And refuse, which is when we talk about the refuse, it's the refuse removal, which is the rubbish, right? Study water and electricity tariff table below and answer the question. Guys, this table 1, it's a table for water tariff. You use this table for water, and then table 2 is for electricity. Guys, it says this is the household consumption, the amount that they use. For water, it's 44 kiloliters, and for electricity is 420 kilowatts hour, and the refuse is what? Is 80 rand. They charge them 80 rand, right? Now, question 3.1.1, it says calculate the water consumption cost for the household. So, guys, this is what we do. We have 44 there. We have 44. You have to look at your table first. In your table, in block 1, how many liters? From 0 to 6, there will be 6 liters there. There will be 6 liters that will fit there. And then it says 6 to 20. From 6 to 20 is what? It's 14. And then from block 3, it's 20 to 35. That means it's what? It's 15. Right? And then block 4, it's 35 to 60. The 35 to 60, it's about 25 kiloliters that fits there for that vetted price. Remember, the prices here, they include VAT. And then anything in block 5 that is more than 60. Now, let's go to our 44. Let's divide 44 according to that. So we will say in your calculator, you'll punch 44. You'll say 44 minus 6. There's a 6 there. 44 minus 6, you're remaining with 38. And then in the second block, it fits 14. And then you're going to say minus 14 again. And then you're remaining with 24. And then in the block 3, there's 15 there. So you minus 15. It's going to be, you put 15 in there. And then you are left with 9. And the block 4, it's for 25. But you're remaining with 9. It's going to be 9 there. Just to double check that you are right, add these numbers and see if you get 44. It must be equal to 44. So you say 6 plus 14 plus 15 plus 9. It must give you what? 44. Okay, now let's go and calculate 3.1.1. 3.1.1, we calculated the cost. We want how much it will cost for water. So you take the 6, you multiply by the rate. It's 6 rand 65 cents, plus we go to the following one. It's 14 times 28.24, plus you go to in block 3, it's 15. It's going to be 15 times 31 rand 79 cents, which is this amount. And then we go to the fourth block, it's 9, and the 9 we times by 33 rand 62 cents, and then you punch that in the calculator. So when you punch that in the calculator, your answer there, it will be 1,000. Remember to put the rands. It's 1,214.69 cents. Remember this price, guys, it's what? VAT inclusive. It's VAT inclusive, because you are told here it's VAT inclusive. It already has the VAT, right? Let's go and answer 3.1.2. It says calculated the electricity consumption cost for the household, right? So guys, the electricity that they used, it's 440 kilowatts. So you're going to distribute it there. So in the block 1, it says 0 to 50. So out of the 44, you take 50. And then in the block 2, it's 51 to 350. From 51 to 350, it's 299. Here it's 50. How do you know? You say the big one minus the small one is going to be 50. The big one minus the small one is going to be 299. And then here it's going to be 600 minus 351. Let me punch it in the calculator. I think it's 250. 600, sorry, minus 351 is 249. It's 249. So here it's gonna be 50 and no, it's not gonna be 50 there. It's gonna be 299. So from 440, you minus the 50, you minus the 299, you are left with 99. So in the third block, it's gonna be 91, not 99. Sorry, guys. So if you check these, when you add all of these, they must give you what? 440, to make sure that you distributed those correctly. 3.1.2, we say cost. We take the 50, we times by this. Remember, guys, these rate here, they are VAT exclusive. They don't have a VAT. You must add the VAT. So it's 0.7298. Those are cents, guys. And then we go to the second block. It's 299. We multiply by 93. It's 299 times by 0.9373. Plus the third block, we have what? 91 there. We take the 91, we times by 1,3349. Right? If you punch that in the calculator, your answer there, it will be 438 rand 22 cents. Remember, this price, it does not have a VAT. So to include the VAT, you must multiply by 1,15. If you multiply that by 1,15, your answer will be 503 rands 95 cents. This price now, it includes what? VAT. It's a VAT what? Inclusive, right? It's a VAT inclusive, right? Guys, the last question here, it says calculate the total municipality bill. Show your calculations. 3.13. So the total bill. So guys, we're gonna add the water. The water is 1,214, 1,214, 69 cents, plus we add the electricity, it's 503 rand 95 cents, and then we must add the refuse. This is what they charged for again. It's what? It's 80 rand. So if you punch that in the calculator, it'll be 1,732.91 cents. This is the money that they're going to pay. I hope it makes sense, this question, guys. Let's move to the last question. Question 4. Question 4, it says Soko earns a monthly salary of 18,500 rands. His monthly expenses are, he pays a rent for 5,200, he makes groceries for 2,000, he pays transport for 1,350. And lastly, he has a savings, he saves 15% of his salary. So these are the expenses. That's what he spends his money on every month. Now, 4.1.1, it says calculate Soko's total monthly expense, right? The Soko's total monthly expense, guys, here it's 4.1.1. So guys, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to add these amount, right? I'm going to add these amount, right? Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let me first calculate the 15%. The 15% of salary, because that's what he spends on every month, 50% of his salary. So I'm gonna say 18,500 multiplied by 15 over 100. So it's gonna be 18,500 times by 15 over 100. So the 15% of his salary, it's 2,775 rands, right? Now the total expenses is equal to, I'm gonna take all the money, so it's gonna be the 5,200, which is this, for the rent, and the 2,000 for the grocery, and the 1,350 for the transport, plus the 15% savings. So it's part of his expenses, so it's going to be 2,775. So when I add that, it's going to be 1,350 plus 2,000 plus 5,200. It's gonna amount to 11,325 rand. That's what he spends on his salary every month. Now we're down with 4.1.1. I hope it makes sense. 4.1.2, it says determine how much money he has left after expenses. So the money left, so we're gonna say money left, we take his salary, which is the 18,500, minus the total expense, which is it's 11,325. So it's gonna be the money that is left with, it's 7,175 every month, if that's what he spends on every month. Now it says Soko wants to buy a PlayStation costing 14,500. I'm not sure what PlayStation is that. It's PS5, PS6, I'm not sure. I don't know the PlayStations, but it's a PlayStation that costs that. It costs a lot. So if he uses his leftover money each month, how many months he will save? Guys, if you look at the difference between these two amounts, this is the money that he's left with every month, and this is the money that he needs, right? So in order to have this money, he needs to save if you take this amount, you times it by 2. If you take this amount, you times it by 2, times it by 2, it's 14,350. If you times it by 2, it's 14,350. But you still need to add more. So all I can say, he's going to save for 3 months. For 3 months, because for 2 months he won't have this money if you multiply the money that he's left with every month, not unless he can cut some of the things. So I will say he needs 3 of these money that are remaining, because 2 times of this is gonna if you say for 2 months, for this amount is going to be that, which is still less than what he needs. So he needs to save for what? For 3 months, in my opinion. For 3 months. Let's go to 4.3 now, which is the probability. The bag contains 3 yellow balls, 5 red balls, 6 green balls. It's a bag. It has those balls. So in total, these balls, there are 14 balls, right? There are 14 balls, right? So it's 11 plus 3, it's 14 years. Now 4.3.1, it says determine the probability of drawing the red ball. So the probability of red ball, so what are you going to say? How many red balls are there? It's 5, right? So you're going to say 5 out of how many balls? 5 out of how many balls? Out of what? 14 balls. So the probability of taking in that bag, with just putting your hand and then you take out 1 ball, it's 5 out of 14, right? It's 5 out of 14, the probabilities. There are 5 chances out of the 14 balls, right? That's what it means. Now it says determine the probability of getting the yellow and the green ball. The yellow and the green ball. So the probability of getting yellow and green ball there. So let's look at the yellow. The probability of getting the yellow there, it's 3 out of 12, right? Because there are 3 yellow balls out of not 12. It's a 3 out of 14. There are 14 balls plus, and getting the green balls there, how many possibilities of getting the green balls there? So the possibilities, it's what? There are 6 balls out of the what? The 14 balls. So if you add these 2 fractions, it's going to be 14. It's 3 plus 6. It's going to be 9 over 14, right? So it's 9 chances out of the 14 balls. So there are 9 chances of getting the yellow and the green balls, right? Now it says in 4.4, let's say we're baking different flavors of muffin. Place into a 12 muffin holder. Do you know the 12 muffin holder? That's 6, right? No, guys. Yeah, the 12 muffin holder is like that, right? 12 muffin holder. Now it says some muffin are chocolates and the other are plain. Now it says distribution as follows. So in those 12 muffins, there's 4 muffins that are chocolate chips. Let's say there's 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, let's say there's 4. Okay, guys, let me try to draw them. So let's say it's gonna be 4 in a row. Yeah. Okay, let's say these ones are what? These ones are chocolate chip muffin, and these ones are plain. These ones are plain muffin, right? These ones are plain. There are 8 of them. You see 8, and these ones are 4. Now it says Elena closes their eyes and pick 1 muffin at random from a box. Now these muffins, now they are no longer here in this holder on this tray. They are put in the box. So now if the one learner closes their eyes and pick 1, what are the chances? Now it says what are the probability of choosing a chocolate? What are the chances of getting the chocolate? How many chocolate? It's 4 out of what? 12. So the probability of getting the chocolate chip is equal to how many chocolate chip? It's 4. 4 out of how many? 12. So the 4 out of 12, guys, you need to simplify the fraction. It's gonna be 1/3. So the chances of getting the chocolate chips there is 1/3. 1 out of 3 possibilities. I hope this question, guys, it makes sense. It will help you a lot in revising your grade 10 mathematics literacy for paper 1. Please wait for paper 2. I'm gonna do for paper 2 as well, guys. Before you watch the videos till the end, please make sure you answer the question before I answer it for you. You pause the video, you answer the question, right? Every question you pause it and answer it by yourself, and then you play the answer, right? I hope that makes sense, guys. Cheers. Bye.